My name is Sulyman Solomon Jallow, birdwatcher or an ornithologist. Well, I am a birdwatcher in the Gambia. Started birding long time, about 35 years ago, and resident in Lamin. And I lead most of the main groups, big groups coming from Europe, America, and Asia.
Which year bird watching introduced in Gambia?
Well, for that, I may not know exactly which year, but I will say tourism starts the same year that birdwatchers started to come into this country. That was in the 70s. Exactly the year and the month I don't know, but it is something that one can know later. Yeah, but at the moment I am not in the position to tell you exactly which year birdwatching started in this country, but I know it's been a long time. In the 70s, when tourism started in this country, well, birdwatching also was introduced into this country.
Yeah, most of people me uncle they don't know, so they may think that kataga kuno jibe da malam. So I would like you to tell me the meaning of bird watching.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Birding or birdwatching is very interesting. It could be somebody's profession and at the same time a job opportunity, because we've seen most of the Gambian youths now, especially that are in the tourist sector, comes out there to do birding and take it as their profession or as a job opportunity, simply because birding is something which is a hobby for the mainly for the white people. So when they come to this country, they would like to have a local guide or local somebody who knows the areas to take them around. In taking them around, they give you something at the end of the day. So that become a job opportunity for you. So if you go with them, you charge them and take them to various places. That is what we call the birding aspect of it, bird watching. So this is why people are saying that, my job is bird watching, because you go to the tourist industry areas or tourist comes and you take them to the places where you can see the birds, because they will be requesting the type of birds they want to see, like a shopping list that they will have. They will tell you, we want to see this, we want to see that. In order to see that, you as a local person knows your areas and you taking them there, taking a vehicle, paying it, then you also ask them something. At the end of the day, that becomes your job. So that's another part of bird watching.
Yeah, thank you.
But some take it as an interest,
Interesting.
like a hobby.
When you
Like
come to their habitat, what kind of habitat do birds live in?
birds live in different habitats because you have different type of birds or different species of birds. All the birds have their own categories. You have the wading birds, you have the land birds, you also have the flying birds, birds that always flies, not sitting in the trees or not on the ground, like the swallows, most of the swifts, you see them in the air. So they all have their habitats. So you have the wading birds that live in the rivers or in estuaries, and you have the forest birds that live in the forest. You have the savanna birds which live in the savanna. So birds have their different type of habitats. And for Gambia here, we are lucky that we have different type of habitats in this country because it's a flat land.
So how many bird species do you have in Gambia?
Well, official recorded birds is about 560 different species. That is officially recorded. But recently, we have a new species, which I discovered with some of my friends from Holland. That is just last month. So that's a new species for this country. So if it is going to be recorded, maybe it's going to be around 60 plus, 260 plus. Yeah.
Do all birds migrate?
No, some of the birds don't. This is why we have birds that we call endemics. You have endemic birds, like a bird which will not be seen in anywhere than it's and in that country. There is special birds, like you go to Ethiopia, there are endemics there. You go to Sierra Leone, there are endemics. That a bird will not be seen anywhere in the world apart from that place. So that bird doesn't, migrate to other places. But most of the birds we have here do migrate. They go and then come back. And some are residents. They stay. They breed here, roost here and do everything here for their entire life. But you go to another country and see the same type of bird there. But we have birds that are endemics. You don't see them anywhere apart from that particular country or that particular area. That happens too. The important facts of birds, I think that's what you want to ask. Okay, one, you said 5. I don't know exactly how many I can be able to tell you at the moment, but I know birds do help in germination. That's one. Because you can see birds on flowers, like sunbirds. They tend to get into the flowers, and that help in some of the trees to germinate. And birds also transport seedlings from one place to another. They help in growing. They also, that's 2. The third one is birds can give informations. Birds designate information from one place to another. And they also inform. Information means, like in the rainy season, coming sama kono, nin sama bina sila, ika kuno dolmo ika kuma, ika alone ko sama sitale. Coming cuckoos, kamo ika douku, mol kalon ko sama sitale. Okay, ni tata bat of ana wimbrels. So those are kind of informations. So that means birds do inform people. They inform, they help in germination of trees. They can also help in planting trees, that is taking a tree from here to another side of the country or to another side of the land. Na fengo domo jang, anase tidla roto na domo keso jolong ay falinji. Okay, birds also help protect in a way, because some birds are ni siata dulato, aka tinale fengo do bije atinala nanje because of ila noise meba kelaje that will protect that thing to come to that area. So they protect, they share informations with people, they can help in germination or transplanting trees from one place to another. And they also beautify the world, because near the blood also, you see different colors of birds in a tree. It is
for the young bird watchers or the upcoming bird watchers in the Gambia, or the young.
Well, my advice to the bird watchers is to keep it up and to be, somebody or well, the advice is to keep it up bird watching and make sure habitats are protected, because they are young. You people are young and you have all the abilities and the brains to make sure places are protected and make sure you have the good name, to maintain the good name of this country in birding and, I will say in tourism. So you should be willing to make sure you protect and find new areas for birds, because most of the areas that they have at the moment are on destructions, especially around the coast. So the youths has to be willingly moving to the inside of the country to find places for the birds or for the remaining fauna to make sure birds are protected. Those are